Thank you for joining the Bradley Real Estate Group. Today we're talking about 4 mistakes that most home sellers make. Again, thank you for joining me. So today we're talking about 4 mistakes that home sellers make unless you have a professional that can guide you so that you don't make those mistakes. Number 1 mistake is that you want to skip or get ahead of the market. You want to hurry up and put the house on the market. And that is a major mistake because think about it. You only have one chance to make a first impression. Once you made that impression, it's gone. You know, it sticks with the buyer. So please, please, please take the time to clean your property, walk the property, and look at it through the eyes of the buyer. What can you improve? Let's stage the property. Let's do some landscaping, add some curb appeal. Those are very, very important steps that really will pay dividend at the end. Another mistake that home sellers make is that they want to price it too high. We understand that it's just as a buyer is emotional when they are buying and they hurry up and they want to make a decision, in the same way a seller is emotional because this is your home. You know, little Timmy grew up here and you just love your house. And so this house is worth so much money. And of course, we're not underestimating the worth that the house has to you because it is emotional. It is your house. It has been for many years or for a short amount of time if you made big memories. But for the buyer, remember, they're coming in, they have no attachments to your house. So they're going to look at the market data, especially if they're represented by the professional will let them know how much they can pay for the house and if it's priced correctly or not. You don't want to overprice your property because 2 weeks with no showings is way too high, or 10 showings and no offers, you're still a little high. So you want to adjust your price. You get most of your showings during the first 2 weeks. So some sellers, this is something that happens often, like, well, I just want to test the market and I want to put it really high to see if somebody might give me what I want. Well, you really are putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation because if the property is seen by most people in the first 2 weeks because they're curious, it's the new house on the block, they want to know what you have, and during those first 2 weeks you have it overpriced, they're just going to skip you. By the 3rd week, 4th, 5th, or any week after that, they don't even want to look at your property. Even if you lower the price, you might, if you adjust the price, they might come back and say, okay, let's see what this house has. But you would have missed majority of the buyers, or those buyers that were in the market when you first put your house on the market are gone and they selected something else. They already selected your competition. Remember, you're entering a competition, so you want to make sure that your house is nice and clean, and then also that you are priced correctly. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is being present for the showings and for the open houses. Now, as a realtor, I have some stories when it comes to this. And, you know, like I get the heart of the seller. They feel, can nobody sell my house like I sell my house? But really put yourselves in the shoes of the buyer. If you are present, they don't even want to open the closet doors. They feel like they're intruding in your space, and honestly, they start feeling like they can't even see themselves in your house because at the end of the day, it's not their house, it's your house. Right now, it's your house, but you want to sell it to them. So you want to make sure that they feel comfortable and that they're open everything, whatever they need to know, that they're comfortable with their realtor, so that way you could possibly get a sale very soon. And then last but not least, not working with an experienced realtor. So there are many stages to selling a property from the beginning, which we just talked about, making sure it's staged, making sure that there's a professional present for your showings. But besides that, there's also a lot of legal work involved when you're selling a property. There's a plethora of disclosures that are necessary and there are go attached to your contract as exhibits or addendums. And that's just one of the simple things that an experienced realtor can help you with. And imagine that, then you have to make sure that you can negotiate times for showings. Make sure that you're present. You are busy. You're a busy person. You don't have time to be doing that. Let a professional help you and take care of that. Another thing that a lot of people don't know, that about 4% of all transactions fall apart after you have a contract. So then you have this big hurdle, which is getting the house under contract, making sure you have it priced correctly, making sure that you have all the legal work, all the disclosures, and then now you finally get it under contract, and then what happens? Boom, your sale falls apart. What do? That's why you need an experienced professional working for you. So that's a big mistake that not all home sellers make, but some people do want to try on their own. And while more power to you, and that's okay, you can do that, I would suggest that you get a professional, because at the end of the day, they should be able to take a lot of the stress away from you. Thank you so much for watching our show. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos, and we'll see you next time.